It was about 11 o'clock in the morning. Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in his room with the devotees. He was talking to a Christian devotee named Misra. Misra was born of a Christian family in northwestern India and belonged to the Quaker sect. He was 35 years old. Though clad in European dress, he wore the ochre cloth of a shunnashi under his foreign clothes. 2 of his brothers had died on the day fixed for the marriage of one of them. And on that very day, Misra had renounced the world. Misra. It is Rama alone who dwells in all beings. Sri Ramakrishna said to the younger Norin, within Misra's hearing, Ram is one, but he has 1,000 names. He who is called God by the Christians is addressed by the Hindus as Ram, Krishna, Ishvara, and by other names. A lake has many ghats. The Hindus drink water at one ghat and call it Jal. The Christians at another and call it water. The Musalmans at a third and call it Pani. Likewise, he who is God to the Christians is Allah to the Musalmans. Misra. Jesus is not the son of Mary. He is God himself. To the devotees, now he, pointing to Sri Ramakrishna, is as you see him. Again, he is God himself. You are not able to recognize him. I have seen him before, in visions, though I see him now directly with my eyes. I saw a garden where he was seated on a raised seat. Another person was seated on the ground, but he was not so far advanced. There are 4 doorkeepers of God in this country. Tukaram in Bombay, Robert Michael in Kashmir, himself, meaning Sri Ramakrishna, in this part of the country, and another person in eastern Bengal. Master, do you see visions? Misra. Sir, even when I lived at home, I used to see light. Then I had a vision of Jesus. How can I describe that beauty? How insignificant is the beauty of a woman compared with that beauty? After a while, Misra took off his trousers and showed the devotees the Gerua loincloth that he wore underneath. Presently, Sri Ramakrishna went out on the porch. Returning to the room, he said to the devotees, "I saw him," meaning Misra, standing in a heroic posture. As he uttered these words, he went into Samadhi. He stood facing the west. Regaining partial consciousness, he fixed his gaze on Misra and began to laugh. Still in an ecstatic mood, he shook hands with him and laughed again. Taking him by the hands, he said, "You will get what you are seeking." Misra, with folded hands. Since that day, I have surrendered to you my mind, soul, and body. Sri Ramakrishna was laughing, still in an ecstatic mood. The master resumed his seat. Misra was describing his worldly life to the devotees. He told them how his two brothers were killed when the canopy came down at the time of the marriage. Sri Ramakrishna asked the devotees to take care of Misra.